it, and they said, don't do anything don't make any plans for the next 2 weeks.
Right.
You're going to the finals.
Right.
So, I was really excited. I went and told my mom, texted my friends.
She was thrilled?
Oh, yeah.
Going crazy?
She was really positive about it because that day that they told us, March 9th, was her father's birthday, my grandfather's birthday. And so she was really positive that was going to be a good day for it. And it turned out to be right.
All right, so here you are, and now you went the other morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that performance was just kind of a test run. There was no, weren't going to lose anything if you didn't do well. There was no voting. You were in the final 6 anyway. So did you learn anything when you went to the morning the other week, or was it just kind of show up and hang around?
Yeah, it was more just show up and hang around. It was a little wild going on there. Like you said when we talked earlier, they didn't have it on TV.
Right.
They had a big band performing right in front of Boomer and Carton when we were there. And then they kind of put us, showcased us up at the front, and they had us speaking. And that was different from the way they told us it was going to go. And they talked to us beforehand off the air and talked to us when we got up there. So it was a little wild, and I'm glad it didn't count for anything.
Right, because you didn't learn much that day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now you're ready for the big competition. You ready? First of all, Mink, you want to give him some advice or tell him what he shouldn't do? Tell him what, basically, don't get any ad-libs from Mink, first of all, okay? Because Mink can do play-by-play. Now, you want to do play-by-play, right?
Yeah.
Have you patterned your play-by-play? Have you ever heard Mink do play-by-play?
I think I have heard a little bit of it, yeah.
What do you think?
I think he's pretty good. I like listening to him do the 2020s, though.
Yeah. Well, Mink's a legend. I mean, he's a broadcasting legend. I mean, he is. He's 1,000 years old, but he's a broadcasting legend. He's a good play-by-play guy, too.
Yeah, he
really is. He is. And not a bad update guy.
No.
But he cannot ad-lib at all. I mean, it's just, no matter what you throw at him, it's like throwing it against the wall. It's just coming back. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yeah. You want to throw something at him? Go ahead. See what happens. Say, Mink, go ahead. Take it away. Be the host for a minute. Go ahead. Talk to Mink.
All right, Mink. What do you think? Should the Rangers go with Henrik Lundqvist on Thursday, or should they stick with Cam Talbot?
I think they should stick with Cam Talbot, go with Henrik on the weekends.
I mean, you both are killing me, but that's beside the point.
Oh, did you want more? I mean,
no, I'm kidding.
You could ask him about opening day as well. I know that's a hot
Mink will
topic.
take it down like a stone. It'll be, forget it. Listen, start Mink with a hockey question is rough. Okay. Mink doesn't even know if they freeze or what they do to the surface. He has no idea. But listen, before we get to Mink in a second, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You have any questions? Anything you'd like to ask before you leave?
Question? Yeah, I mean, well, you answered a lot before.
Remember, this audience is going to be voting for you after you can talk to them again that day.
Mm-hmm.
You got your 2 minutes that day.
Yes.
You have a couple of things we'll either throw at you. We might throw a live read. We might throw a phone call. Maybe have you do an update, whatever. And then you'll get a little repartee with the judges. You'll get a little feedback on your monologue from the judges. And you get to basically show who you are and why you should be the Fantasy Phenom. But tell the people now, before we throw it to the Mink and he kills the rest of the show, tell us why you should be, Sam Lyons should be the Fantasy Phenom this year.
All right. Well, like we said, or like I said to you earlier, this is no hobby of mine. This is seriously what I would like to do for the rest of my life. I've been doing it for a long time, 5+ years now, high school, college, out of college. Love sports, been listening to the WFAN my whole life. It's difficult getting a job coming out of college. This would be an unbelievable, foot in the door for me. A chance to talk about the sports teams that I love on the station. That's by and far my favorite.
And what's your teams? Jets?
Mets, Jets, Knicks, and Rangers. All
right, I'll ask you a Met question. You like Terry Collins, don't like Terry Collins?
I don't like Terry Collins as a manager.
Don't?
No.
Who do you want to be the manager?
There's been a lot of rumblings in the last few years about Wally Backman, good and bad. I honestly think that Terry Collins he's a little out there. I think he's a little soft. I don't think he understands controlling his bullpen very well. And quite frankly, his comments about, every player with a stomachache gets an MRI, and the whole thing about Harvey this past week, for whatever reason, being too amped up for having to go and pitch opening day. I just think I'm sure he's a very nice guy. I just don't think he's the right choice to lead this Mets team out of the dark days and into what's going to be a very bright, hopefully, and successful future.
All right, who do you want to be the Jet quarterback this year? Within reason.
Oh, within reason?
Within reason.
I don't want to see Geno Smith be the Jets quarterback. We've seen enough of him. If Ryan Fitzpatrick is healthy, he's a decent professional NFL quarterback. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl. He's not going to take you on any crazy late drives. But I'd like to see him be the quarterback if it comes down to the two of them. I really would like to see them draft either a Mariota or somebody in a later round. They need more quarterback competition.
Were you pro Rex Ryan or anti Rex Ryan?
Loved Rex Ryan. I thought he brought something to this Jets team that's never been there. The Jets have been, the little brother to the Giants, something to step on, make fun of by national media and the like for a long time. And even though Rex ended up going sour with them, he was so confident and excited, and he loved the Jets. And as somebody who also loves the Jets, it was nice to see somebody else in our corner for once.
Will the Rangers win the Cup this year?
It's a tough question. It's so difficult to make it back to the Stanley Cup final. I think it's one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult, trophy to win. As a fan, I'm going to say they win the Stanley Cup this year.
They do? Okay.
That's me being positive and hopeful.
Sucking up the Mons now. All right. Well, listen, we'll see you on the 1st.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
I look
appreciate
forward
it
to
very much. You can counsel with Mink in a couple of minutes if you want to have your career ruined. I mean, go outside and talk to him about a couple of things.
All right.
But here he is. Better late than never. Here's the Mink Man.